What is going on, guys? Andrew Acevedo here, back with another video, and we are back for AEW All Out 2021. I don't do much wrestling, but there's going to be more wrestling coming, especially with AEW, because what a night of pro wrestling we have just watched. All Out 2021, maybe the greatest pay-per-view, at least easily in AEW history, but hell, maybe it goes down as one of the best pay-per-views, top to bottom shows you will ever see, and wow. I don't have many notes. I'm just going to talk about what I remember, what the big things, obviously the main event, the post-match shenanigans, all that shit. We got to talk about four debuts, three official AEW debuts, and then a New Japan, stop in for Moxley. So I guess let's break down the show. As Z says, yeah, AEW is fucking right now. It's hitting on all cylinders, and there's nothing more you really can say. So I guess let's start off with the buy-in. Oh my God, I'm a catch it, but I still exactly. AEW's doing it, man. They got even they're bringing in people. Holy shit, happened tonight. I'm scared to see what the ratings are for AEW this week. Is holy hell. I'm hyping. This is just amazing. So let's get through the show. The buy-in, we had a 10-man tag, the Hardy Family Compound against pretty much Orange Cassidy and Jurassic Express. They get the win. Babyface get the win. Who cares? They come back. The heels get their heat back. It really doesn't matter. In the grand scheme, it's the pre-show. It's a pretty solid match. The show kicked off with Miro defending the TNT title against WWE's Escapade. Dude, AEW is on a whole nother level right now. I mean, it's just facts. But Miro taking on Eddie Kingston for the TNT title. It was a pretty solid match. Went about, usually it's about 20 minutes, went about 15. Finish coming down to Eddie ripped the turnbuckle pad off early. They go in a corner to put Miro, wants to hit Miro with the turnbuckle. Remsburg in the way, low blow, super kick, end the match. Eddie's protected in the loss. Good to see Eddie at least get a title shot. It's pretty cool. Then we go to Jon Moxley taking on Kojima. Again, hard-hitting match, just a match. Exactly. There's still more to come. Who knows? I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. And I'll be at the show in 3 weeks in New York City, and I cannot wait. Hopefully what they teased at the end of the show is the main event of that show, because please, I need to see that live. We'll get to that in a little bit. Pretty much Moxley beats Kojima. Hard-hitting match. Great match for Moxley. Again, Moxley loves all these New Japan guys coming over. Wins with the paradigm shift, and post-match, we're going to get another New Japan wrestler challenging Jon Moxley. And if you don't know who Minoru Suzuki is, his nickname in the States is Murder Grandpa. This man is a psychopath. And when Minoru's music hit, I'm like, oh my God, we're getting it in the States. And we're going to get it on Dynamite this Wednesday. Minoru Suzuki against Jon Moxley, and Moxley's hometown is Cincinnati. Oh, that's going to be great. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. He ended up dropping Mox with the Gosh Pile Driver, getting away with the heat. So again, this Wednesday night, AEW is just, also we got like Malachi Black sitting on the show as well. So it's just going to get good, and it's going to keep getting better, and I cannot wait. After that, we got the women's title match, Britt Baker defending against Chris Statlander. Pretty solid match. We got the first tease of Adam Cole in this match, which I even thought, what if Britt hits one of Cole's moves in this match, and she ended up hitting the paradigm shift. Oh, not the paradigm shift. Wow, that's Moxley's move. The Panama Sunrise on Chris Statlander. They call it the Pittsburgh Sunrise. Want to see Jon Moxley. Yeah, Moxley's the man. He's on Wednesday. Moxley's always, he was the first guy. Well, they said Jericho was the first guy, but the first surprise was Mox. But, Britt retains, it's her time to run with the belt. Obviously, great to see her keeping the belt. And you know what? Now we know her next feud. Pretty solid feud. Then we go to, I think, match of the night. Lucha Bros going after the Young Bucks in the steel cage with the AEW tag team titles. Holy shit, was this what I thought it was going to be. Crazy shit with the cage. The Young Bucks bring in an Air Force One with thumbtacks on the bottom of it. They're ramming Pentagon's head. He's busted open. Phoenix was busted open. Using the thumbtack chair. Phoenix is jumping around all over the place like he always does. And pretty much we knew at the end of this match was going to involve Phoenix jumping off the top of the cage. I thought it was going to be a Pentagon freaking Canadian Destroyer. It wasn't. He hit that off the second rope again onto Matt Jackson. But pretty much the finish came up. Phoenix climbed to the top of the cage. The Young Bucks, Pentagon grabbed the two Bucks. He jumps off the cage, knocks out one, hits the spike-assisted pile driver, drops. I think it was Nick that took the pin. Nick took the pin. 1, 2, 3. And finally, the Young Bucks' reign of terror with the tag titles, is over. We have brand new tag team champions with the Lucha Bros, and they actually had a cool entrance today. They got sung out to the ring by the guy who sings their song. That's always cool to get a special entrance on pay-per-view. So Lucha Bros is tag team champs. Good to see. It's the only title that changed hands. Pretty much the only title that I thought would change hands if they were to drop it from the Bucks. So it was good to see the Bucks drop the belt. Great match. Match of the night by far. Maybe one of the greatest cage matches you'll ever see. After that craziness in that cage, was All Out free to watch? Technically, no. Did I watch it for free? If you want it, DM me on Twitter. I can get you the link if you want it for the future pay-per-views. Just DM me on Twitter. I can get it too. So, moving on to after that bonkers cage match, the crowd was a little dead. So, AEW was smart. They went to the Casino Battle Royal for the number one contendership for Britt Baker's women's title. They pretty much announced everybody besides the Joker, who, if the Joker is always kind of either a return or a debut for someone to AEW, and that ended up happening again. Ruby Soho was the Joker card in the Battle Royal, and obviously she making her debut. The former Ruby Riott 4K, of course. I think there's a lot of people who did not pay for this. JK, it's all good. But again, Ruby Soho, Ruby Riott, formerly of another former WWE star. She got her big debut, big pop, obviously. Really talented, didn't do much in WWE. Obviously, WWE kind of doesn't let people do what they do best. That's being a professional wrestler. And Ruby with a great win. It was the final four was Ty Conti, Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, and then Ruby Soho. And right, we didn't even get the final four. Everybody's in a corner. It was Ty, and then Nyla just knocked her straight. Like she was on the ramp or on the apron. They just pushed her off to just pretty much like not do that final four spot that there always is. But then Thunder and Ruby tried to team up on Nyla. Nyla got over aggressive, and then Thunder Rosa eliminated her. And then nice exchange between Ruby and Thunder for about a couple minutes with Ruby getting the win when they were both on the apron, knocks into the corner with the Riot kick. Thunder goes down, and Ruby Soho wins the number one contendership in her debut. Down the line, we will see Britt Baker against Ruby Soho. Should be a fun match. I don't think Britt's losing that title anytime soon. So, again, it's just a nice little feud. Good to see Ruby right away in the title picture. After that, we went to Chris Jericho versus MJF in the final battle, final war, whatever they called it, where if Chris Jericho loses, he will retire from professional wrestling. And it's pretty much the same match they've had. Jericho, MJF was really healing it up more than usual. And it's hard to say when MJF's not healing it up more, just being a total dick. But good to see Jericho got momentum. And then they did the false finish where MJF hit the Judas effect after Wardlow and Hager were battling on the outside. MJF took Floyd, hit Jericho with the bat, throws the bat away, and then Aubrey gets back, and he hits the Judas effect on Jericho, and it was 1, 2. Jericho puts his foot on the rope. It was 3. MJF was the winner. not yet, my friend. Almost. Not yet. Almost. Had us all fooled for a second. But obviously they had the refs came out to try to break up the little fight between Hager and Wardlow. So I guess they did the plan of there's a second ref out there. He goes to Aubrey saying, hey, his foot was on the rope the whole time. We get the restoppage, and Chris Jericho restarts the match, and Jericho puts MJF in the walls and gets MJF to tap out. Chris Jericho can still wrestle. We will still be hearing Judas, and MJF finally loses to Chris Jericho. Hopefully this is over with. I'm MJF. I beat you 3 times. Cool. I'm moving on. Definitely, who knows what MJF's going to do next. Maybe get him in that main event scene again. Jericho is Jericho. You're just going to put him against heels. Who knows from here? Then we get to the pay-per-view itself, which all the casuals, everybody wanted to see. It was CM Punk's return to professional wrestling in the ring. And, oh, man, he came back as CM Punk against Darby Allin, and he went like 20 minutes, and Punk did not look bad. Obviously, we all kind of start the first couple minutes with just simple wrestling, some wrist locks, some arm drags, just simple kind of like feeling out and see, ran the ropes a little bit, did some leapfrogs, as we all expected. But then once this match got going, Darby and him just went up. Dude, Dude, we'll get to that. I wish I had my reaction when Cole came out. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're almost there to that point. But pretty much, again, the Punk match, it was great. It reminded me of his feud with Jeff Hardy, because Darby Allin is this AEW's version of Jeff Hardy. And I always loved that feud when Jeff and Punk went against each other. So having that feud being kind of like his, technically not his first feud, but a similar type guy as his first feud, and in ring wise, they're kind of the same. This match was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. This is easily the best AEW pay-per-view, and it's better than anything WWE's put out in the last decade, easily. But it's going to go out, definitely going to go out one of the greatest pay-per-views for the ending of that show. And Punk, pretty much, Darby was going crazy. He was hitting all his what's it called? All his corkscrew spinner. He did his suicide dive. He was getting it, and Punk was selling. Punk was eating a lot of offense, giving Darby a lot. Ended up, he hit the GTS twice. He hit the GTS the first time, hits it on Darby, and then he falls out of the ring he falls out the ring, then has to get him back up. And then he finally hits, I think he went for the reverse stunner again, and then caught him into the GTS, drilled him with the GTS. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk beats Darby Allin. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. It was 50-50 if I thought they dropped the belt to the Lucha Bros, and if the Bucks would retain, but I'm happy. I mean, again, I'm tired of the Bucks' reign of terror in the tag division, 100%. So yeah, Punk beats Darby. Post-match, we got what we all kind of thought. Hell of a match from both of them. Sting comes down to help out Darby. Punk helps him out. Well, Darby says, no, let me get up by myself, gets up, shakes CM Punk's hand, and there's your show of respect. And CM Punk is back in pro wrestling and had a hell of a match. It was a match, again, the Lucha Bros and the Bucks are easily match of the night, but this was good too. And this was, what we wanted from CM Punk, what everybody wanted to see back with CM Punk. After that, they went to the Paul White and Marshall match. Who cares? Paul White wins. Big Show. He gets the win. Really doesn't matter. We'll get to the CM. Let's run with the babyface Punk for a little while, and then let's get heel Punk. We all know. And I didn't forget to talk about it. He even teased the fans. Do I go out the heel entrance or do I go out the babyface entrance? He's like, do I go heel? No, babe. You sure you want me to go do the babyface? Again, Punk is just having fun. And again, if Punk continues with this, let's see it. Who's next? I would love. It's a good question. Who is going to be next on that Punk list? That's a good question. Who do I want? I'd like them to kick the shit out of MJF. Now he's available. That could be the next one. Who knows? But that could be something down the line. Great match for Darby. Darby's even more pushed to a moon. In AEW, if they've already showed, Darby's going to be a star if he already isn't. And this was a great showing for both, and obviously Punk being back in the ring. And let's talk about the main event, and let's talk about what happened post main event. Christian Cage against Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. Match was better than the Rampage match. I'll give it that. It was better than the Rampage match. And it was clean for the majority of the match, which I like. Yes, Daniel Bryan. This was going to happen 100%. Hell, I thought there'd be a chance it would be a tag team match between both of them and the Bucks. If the Bucks retained, I thought it could have been a shot down the line, having the two of the best in the world against the Bucks. So we'll get to Daniel Bryan in a second. Great, another good match from Kenny. Again, Kenny's in the main event, always puts a solid to great match every time you put him in a big match situation. Beats Christian Cage with the one-wing danger. A super one-wing danger, but that was the one thing with me. So yeah, I'm all for this too. I want, and they teased it on Dark the other day. He wants to fight Jungle Boy. That could be a fun match as well. So Kenny wins with the super one-wing danger off the top. They're keeping that move protected because Hangman Page is going to be the guy who kicks out of the one-wing danger, and he better kick out at one because that pop, holy hell, if he kicks out of the one wing at one, my God. I really hope I'll be at the show. That was the original plan, that he was going to show up then, but I guess they pushed it up because of the Cole stuff. But I'm going to be at the show, and that's why one of the reasons I bought tickets. I wanted to see the debut. Maybe we see his in-ring debut. Same thing with Adam Cole. We'll get to that in a minute. I think I teased it earlier. We'll get to that in a second. But main event, Kenny wins. They did a rough-looking table spot where Christian went for the spear on Omega, but then they didn't go far enough to the table to snap it normally. it snapped the bottom part, and Christian got the freaking legs in the gut. The metal legs of the table just went right into Christian Cage's guts, and that was a rough table spot. Comes in, then here comes Gallows and Anderson. He gets out of that, hits a kill switch for the false finish, and then obviously the super one-winged angel off the top to beat Christian Cage. Kenny Omega retains the the world title. After the match, let's get to the fun stuff. Gallows and Anderson and the injured Young Bucks, they come down to celebrate with Kenny Omega. They start beating on Christian Cage. Then Jurassic Express come down. Right now, was Cole? I think let's say Jurassic. I think it might be Cole came out first, but I'm just gonna say Jurassic Express come out first to try to say they get beat down. Then Kenny Omega grabs the mic. There's nobody that can beat me. Nobody, either they're not here, they're retired, or they're dead. Lights go out, and Adam Cole is in AEW. Confirmed, it is done. The rumors of where is he going to go? Is he going to the main roster? Is he going to AEW? And personally, he's my favorite wrestler in the world. I was hoping he'd show up in AEW, but here's where I got a problem because I am that big of a fan. I don't like that he's back with the Elite because it doesn't make sense. Like if you watch Being the Elite and you watch the end of the Ring of Honor run, it makes no sense for Adam Cole to want to get back with the Bucks and Kenny. One, Kenny Omega kicked Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club. The first of all. Then Adam Cole tried to poison Nick. I'm talking, if you don't know what Being the Elite is, I'm sorry, I'm talking full BTE logic. It really doesn't make sense. And like their YouTube show back in the early 2000s or 2014, 15, 16, no 16, before he went to NXT. So if you take that storyline, why would Adam want to be aligned with the Bucks and Kenny again when Kenny kicked him out of the Bullet Club? But there's something to say. There's only guy who can beat me is dead and Adam Cole. So I have been asking for the Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega match since he got kicked out of the Bullet Club for years now. When are we gonna get that? And I think that maybe we'll do that same story on AEW terms where their battle for who the elite leader is. Then we finally get that match. But it kind of made sense when he came out the heel entrance. I'm like, oh no. He didn't come out the babyface entrance. And I saw Jungle Boy, like they had the camera and you see Jungle Boy like person. I'm like, he's gonna kick Jungle Boy. I'm like, shit, he damn right drops Jungle Boy and rejoins the Elite. I guess. Yeah, I mean, he used the beginning of his WWE entrance and then it changed to a new song. So yeah, I was hoping he'd use Final Countdown as well. But again, it's cool. Again, I do like maybe that could happen. Technically, that could be the truth. Maybe he got some. Maybe Adam Cole is a mindless zombie controlled by Kenny. You know what? BT logic. But I'm just happy, one, Adam Cole will be back on BTE. It's just Adam Cole's in the spot where Adam Cole can be a star. And I know he's going to get overshadowed because we'll get to the second return, the debut of the second. But as an Adam Cole fan, I'm happy he went to AEW. I didn't want him on the main roster because you put him on the main roster, he just would have ended up like Keith Lee, like Aleister Black, like Ricochet, where he's one of the most talented guys. It's just unending. Facts. But having him in AEW, maybe I think we're going to get that feud down the line. We're in plenty of matches where we can have bangers. And he's just in the spot. Will he be treated like the main eventer that he is? And I couldn't be happier. We need some U.S. Well, Junior Dos Santos, they had that fucking, what the hell is his name? That fucking Mark. I hate that. What that new guy? The American Top Team guy? They got like Junior Dos Santos is up there, and he's in the crowd, and I don't watch UFC. Grab Tyrone Woodley. I think his value just went down getting beat by a friggin' rap. No, leave that for like, Bad Bunny's lit. I would like Bad Bunny, but leave the rappers and leave that to WWE. That's what WWE does. Leave this just pure pro wrestling, and that's what at his best form. Oh, so better. Oh, goddamn. Exactly. I could not say it better my damn self. The dumbest thing he did was re-sign with that company. Grab Nate Diaz. That would actually be kind of fun. That would be fun if you brought Nate Diaz in the AEW. That would be fun as hell. But it's pretty much Adam Cole's back with the Elite. They start jumping the Jurassic Express and Kenny, and then boom, Daniel Bryan's WWE theme, the da-da-da-da, hits, and it's a new version. Bryan Danielson, Edwin Diaz, or Nate Diaz. Give me Nate in that fight, but Nate or Nick Diaz. Oh, Nick or Nate Diaz. I'm more of a Nate Diaz guy, but Anderson Silva. Again, let the UFC fighters fight in the UFC. We got leave that for WWE. WWE will do that shit. I'm okay without the kind of outside, like we're wrestling, like let it just be wrestling. That's just me. But besides the point, Daniel Bryan comes out. He makes a save. They tease an 8-on-8 tag match, which again should be the main event of AEW Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe. Kenny, Adam, and the Bucks against the Jurassic Express, Christian Cage, and Bryan Danielson. Please, Tony Khan, make that the main event. I will be in the building. Make that. This is an Impact. This is an Impact. But yeah, so make that the main. Please, Tony Khan, make that for all and for Grand Slam. The Elite versus, I guess now technically you can call them the Elite. The Super Elite is back. But what a show. I mean, top to bottom, what a great. There wasn't a bad match on the card. And having three official AEW debuts with Soho, Cole, and Danielson, and then obviously Minoru Suzuki showing up for Moxley on Wednesday. I can't say anything more. This was amazing. A long show, but here's the difference between the WWE show and an AEW show. It was a long show, but the 4 hours AEW was on, it was fun as hell. I wasn't sitting through a damn. I had to sit through a Big Show match, but they made it clear they would like perfectly place the Paul White match after Punk in between the main event. So it deadass told the whole crowd, relax, Ken Shamrock. Now we're just dropping all the Impact names. Gotta love dropping some old school TNA names. But pretty much, again, overall, it's easily the best AEW pay-per-view. It's easily the best pay-per-view in wrestling at least the past 10 years. I don't think there's a better pay-per-view out there. It could go down as, again, if Cole and Bryan and Cole can continue to build AEW and AEW becomes I do think it is the number 2, but hell, it's in my opinion, it is the number 1 wrestling show. And it keeps building and building. And today, this show could be, remembered in history as the most important date in wrestling. And I put it on my Instagram. I put it on Twitter. Wrestling is fun again. And I can't wait. I can't wait for Dynamite. I can't wait for Rampage. Man, it's just great. Look at the what is it? Bring back Shark Boy. You know what? Yeah, bring back Curry, man. Bring back Shark Boy. I'm okay with those guys coming back. Let them be on Dark or Elevation. Let them have some fun. But thank you guys for watching. If there's any other questions you want to answer, I'll give them a couple minutes, like a minute or two in the chat if you have any other questions. If not, I just wanted to get my opinion because I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't be happier. And obviously Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are all elite. And God, I can't wait. Imagine watching Raw tomorrow. Imagine wanting to watch Raw tomorrow. God damn. So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna end it here, boys. I just wanted to get out my review. Obviously, I'm happy, and I wanted to talk about Cole and Punk and Bryan, and who knows, Patrick versus Marco Stunt. Oh my God, you guys are too much fun. So thank you guys for watching. Again, plan for the rest of the 2 weeks. Again, like I said, 17th I'm going to be leaving, so I am going to be streaming POTM MLB The Show on the 18th, the program, and Team Affinity on Friday. So those are 2 game streams you're going to get. Maybe post game tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a post game tomorrow with the guys, and probably a post game for the Marlins series and the Yankee series. So there you go, just a little update, a little recap. Again, not done yet. Still got a little bit of time to have some fun and enjoy making content. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. And CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Adam Cole are all elite. Peace.